Hello, peaceful people. This is Emily from the Peaceful People Project. I'm filming a little late this week because my dog Charlie was at the vet all weekend and most of yesterday. He was having stomach obstruction surgery because he ate something that wasn't food. We aren't sure if it was a sock or a J-cloth. But he's home now and he's on the mend, so the show must go on. So, it's December, and for most people that's holiday season. So, some people are celebrating Hanukkah, and other people are celebrating Kwanzaa, but most people I know celebrate Christmas. And since I'm atheist, a lot of people ask me, Emily, do you celebrate Christmas? The answer to that is yes. I don't celebrate Christmas as a religious holiday because I'm atheist, but I see Christmas as a time to really focus on being kind to others and helping people in need and giving to people who need it too. And also just giving to your friends and your family members to show them that you appreciate them. This giving doesn't even have to be in the form of material goods. I also believe in sharing my culture with others, so in Christmas of 2010, I actually put on a Christmas celebration for my friends in the Postgrad House of International House. So, I want to tell you a story today about a time when I was on the receiving end of a wonderful act of kindness. This happened in October of 2011 when I was at International House. I was working as a mentor in the postgraduate house at that point, but I didn't have a lot of money. Mentoring only covered not even my full rent, like rent minus $40 is all it covered. I wasn't able to get another job because the economy's been really bad for a long time, and it's even harder for people to find work in countries that they weren't born in or that they aren't a citizen of. So I was mentoring and teaching yoga and doing headbands of hope for cancer research and all that good stuff. But I was finding it very difficult to make ends meet and to buy food and buy the basic things that I needed. I wore cheap flip-flop sandals that were held together with duct tape because I couldn't afford to buy new shoes. So my friend Martin noticed this, and one day he said, "Hey Emily, do you want these shoes? I just happen to have a pair of women's shoes in your size that I don't want anymore because they're too small." Now, I saw through this story because what would a guy want with a pair of women's shoes that were obviously several sizes too small for him? In fact, what would most guys even want with a pair of women's shoes, even if they did fit him? So, I didn't take them right away. I didn't take Martin up on his offer because I didn't want to look like I needed it. Being a mentor, I was something of a role model in the International House community, and I wanted to appear to be untouchable. I wanted to look as if I had my life together, and even if I had a problem with anything at all, I could deal with myself. So, I didn't take the shoes when he first offered. It took me about a week to accept them. And when I did, I felt a little ashamed that I had to accept assistance from a random resident at International House, even though he was my friend. But at the same time, it was really nice to get to wear shoes that were sturdy and not falling apart. 2 years later, they're still going strong. Later, I asked Martin how he got these shoes. I thought that he had actually gone to a shoe store and bought a pair of shoes in my size, which was an amazing feat because he didn't even know my size in the first place. He told me that that was a very beautiful story if it had happened that way, but it didn't. He got them as hand-me-downs from a female friend of his, and he was just scoping out women in need around the International House community who might fit those shoes. And that person just happened to be me. guess the best way to describe it is it's a real life Cinderella story, except that I didn't marry Martin at the end of it. So that's my story about giving for today. Martin taught me that it's very important to reach out and give to others, even if they don't accept it at first, even if they aren't immediately grateful. I'm remembering something from this story that I read in Anne of Green Gables when I was about 8 years old. It's the first time I read that book. Davy and Dora Keith were staying with Rachel Lynde, and Davy Keith was a bit of a mischievous boy, and he acted up a lot. And Rachel Lynde had a very difficult time with this, but she persevered because she realized that sometimes the people who need you the most deserve you the least. So, I'd like you to remember that this holiday season. If you see someone in need, they might not accept your help right away, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't keep trying. Martin, if you're out there, thank you again for the shoes and for the life lesson that came with them. I wish you all a very happy holidays.